If you're looking for a true animal lover, here she is, Kaylee from London. She's either spending the waking hours nursing them back to health as a vet, not eating them as a vegetarian, or patting them on the head as a loving cat owner. And therein lays the source of her heartache and the geek's inspiration.
We've got you here today because we understand that you love your cat and you're really interested in what it's doing during the day. Is that correct?
Yeah, basically I work quite long hours and he's on his own for a really long period of time, so I just want to know what Binks is up to.
Excellent. Now then, we've got an idea which we think you and all cat lovers are going to love.
Okay.
Now then, Twitter cat.
I'm intrigued.
So Twitter is bite-sized updates that you send out and that your friends can follow. So we're going to get Binksy an account on that and then set up a few sensors so that we can detect what he's doing and send out messages to you. What's Binks up to right now?
I have no idea. I'm hoping you can tell me that.
Back at the barn, Charles starts making sensors to place around Kaylee's flat so that her cat Binks can join the social network generation. These sensors need to register whatever Binks is up to, such as playing, sleeping, or eating.
When the countdown timer releases the hatch, it also releases a little micro switch
Clever.
that knows, and built into the bottom is a little microcontroller, radio controlled, that plugs into the switch.
When a sensor is triggered, it should automatically connect to Tom's software and send a tweet via Twitter.
I have to write a lot of tweets in the style of a cat.
I've got a few cats. They do pretty much sleep, eat, and go to the loo.
Right.
Tom sets about getting into the mind of a house cat, but isn't comfortable turning up at Kaylee's without a proper test of the tech.
We need a guinea pig. We need something that's fairly docile, that's got, predictable movements. Colin? Yep.
While Colin is sent off for some essential supplies, Tom and Charles set up their Twitter sensor in the one place they know Colin will visit.
Alright, this is going to detect movement inside the portaloo, so we know when Colin's in here having a think.
I've borrowed Colin's iPhone and hooked it up to the Twitter app we've built, so with any luck, when he gets back, we should have a entirely valid, scientific, and not for the purpose of entertainment test. There we go, one new tweet. Yes!
Nice.
Oh,
That's cruel and a little bit creepy.
So a single sensor was able to connect with a Twitter account, but will the geeks be able to rig multiple cat-proof sensors that will accurately relay a day in the life of Kaylee's cat, Binks?
Fantastic. You've hacked my Twitter
I
account.
haven't hacked it, it works fine.
This is for...
We might have hooked something up to the portaloo.
Great.
Successful test.
With this invasion of Colin's privacy deemed a success, within the week, the lads arrive at Kaylee's for installation.
Hello, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm right, how are you?
Doing well, how are you?
Kitchen in here.
Okie dokie.
Say hello, thanks.
Yeah.
Down there is where he has his food. There's a little
Cool.
house out there that he sleeps in. And he also
Okay.
walks up on the ledge
Yeah,
as well
I see that.
and looks down on everyone. There's one little tray here in the hallway, and he's also got another one in the bathroom. He's got a box where he basically goes in and you can stick a straw in and he'll get his paw out and play with it. That's the cat tower, which he loves. He spends a lot of time sitting up on the top. He's also got an igloo down there.
Right, if we get the bits of kit we brought, we'll show you what we've been working on.
Great.
Cool.
Binks can't wait.
So this collection of devices and wires may not look like much, but it's what's going to connect Binks up to the world.
Yeah, we've got stuff like movement sensors, so you can see.
Fighting her natural instincts to fall asleep during Charles's technological lullaby, Kaylee offers to make the coffee.
When I saw them, it all looked very raw and there were wires stuck everywhere, and I thought he was probably going to chew them to bits, and I was wondering whether they were going to rip the carpet up. But I don't know. I think I'm starting to trust them. They seem to know what they're doing.
Perhaps, we'll see. Kaylee and Binks are set up with their own Twitter pages, sensors are positioned, and Tom has something extra for cat and owner.
A little surprise that we didn't mention to Kaylee, it's a wireless
video camera. So with any luck, we can hook this up somewhere in one of the cat's toys. We don't want it anywhere that it can get a shot of her or her house, because that's a little bit creepy. But if we can secrete this in the cat's tent or something like this, she can get a picture of him while he's having a nap.
But it's not all plain sailing for our Tom.
So I've been spending the last 2 hours on this sofa, desperately trying to get this to work, and with any luck, it's doing something. It's... Whoa, that did not work. That should work. Why isn't that working? Why when I... Oh, I am an idiot.
I'm saying nothing.
I'm going to run it one more time. Yes! Right there. It's tweeted from him, and it's included a twit pic, and if I show you that picture, it is that cat on that play tower. Picture, cat.
While Tom takes a cold shower, we can see that sensors are now installed in every area of the flat. Kaylee should now be aware of every movement made by Binks, even the bowel kind.
OK, so if you hit follow, there we go. You're now following Binks. You had to go and run some errands, right?
Yeah.
So if we go out and do that, we'll leave Charles here very still and very silent. And with any luck, Binks will run around, set off some sensors, and you'll get some messages.
Brilliant. Let's give it a go.
Let's try it.
We've left Charles back with the cat, where he's hopefully sitting very still and letting it trip off any sensors. So hopefully we're going to know the technology works before we leave Kaylee with it. Charles, is the cat moving? Because we've got nothing.
I think I've got one.
Oh, right, what have we got?
Let's have a look.
Okay.
So, big tweets.
Oh, yes! Top one.
Would you excuse me visiting the little cat's room?
Litterbox sensor 5:06 p.m.
Oh, okay, lovely. Good to know he's going to the toilet.
All right, so it's working.
Yay! First tweet, excellent. It obviously works, although it was him going to the toilet, but never mind. Great to know that it works. So I'm looking forward to the next 2 weeks, and it'll be great to see how it all works out.
If Binks doesn't end up destroying sensors, and if things all stay stable and a net connection holds, I think we might have a winner here. I think we might have something that if we put this in fancy boxes and took it to a shop, we might actually be able to sell.
With Kaylee's flat now fully kitted out with some almost cat-proof sensors, all that remains is to leave the system with Binks and Kaylee for a couple of weeks as they go about their daily lives. And see if the geeks have succeeded with their Twitter cat concept.
Settling into the system initially, the cat ate the first sensor, so something in future you might want to hide the wires a bit because he just thought they were worms. And then it worked fine for a while. The batteries died, so that's another issue. I'd say I'd probably get about 5 tweets a day. Usually he's either sleeping or going to the toilet.
So now that Kaylee can leave the house safe in the knowledge that Binks is happily going about his business, eating and sleeping and doing his business, does she think the geek's Twitter cat invention is a win or a fail?
I think it's a gadget win in the sense that they've created this technology, you know, they've linked it through Twitter, which is obviously really accessible, lots of people use it. Being a vet, I've seen quite a few weird and wacky things, from cat wigs to sticking false nails on cats and painting their nails, so if people are buying them and there's a market for that, then I'm pretty sure there's a market for this out there somewhere.
So the geeks have successfully helped Binks the cat join the social network generation. Kaylee can now keep up to date with exactly what he's up to, no matter where he is. 4 stars for this internet-based